Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I'ma stand up for mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, Tonight on the program, it is round number 10 of the Stars of Tomorrow. The 410 Winged Sprint Car Series tonight from Rossburg, Ohio. The virtual Rossburg, Ohio Eldora Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. We've got qualifying already underway, and it is just about to wrap up. 13.005 for Landon Cardoza. He sets a quick time here tonight in what should be 2 heat races on the program, a 9-car heat 1 and an 8-car heat race number 2. Jason Randolph, Josh Van Manen round out your top 3. Sean Bowers and Colby Araki. Going to round out your top 5. Jamie McCarran, Braden Miller, Austin Stearns, Tyler Schultz, and Coulter West. Going to round out your top 10. Qualifying is complete. We'll bring up those qualifying results for you. And then we'll move into heat race number 1 of 3 on the program. It's okay, so we're splitting them into 3. We're going to have a 6, 6, and a 5K heat race. Hello, Kyle Stewart, and welcome everybody to the Facebook and the YouTube feeds. We trust that you're about to enjoy the show that these boys are about to put on. Top 3 are going to the main event. Everybody else will get set into the B mains, and of course they will just race for positions only, as 17 cars have taken a time. Landon Cardoza, Jason Randolph, Josh Van Manen, they will all start pole position in heats number 1, 2, and 3. Sean Bowers, Colby Araki, Jamie McCarran, top 6. I'll start on the outside of the front rows for the 3 respected heat races. Heat race number 1, your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. And driving the Stand United Racing car number 14 entry, that is Landon Cardoza. And he's outside driving the Firm Motorsports Apex Autoglass and Tinting car number 03 machine, that is Sean Bowers, lines up position at number 2. Position at number 3, driving what should be the number 2, but it's got number 8 on the timing and scoring screen, that is Braden Miller. And to the outside, driving the 10C for LGR Motorsports, that is Coulter West, lines up out of position at number 4. Teammate to Coulter West, driving for LGR Motorsports, driving the 21 entry out of position number 5. That's going to be Blaine Brink. And lining up out of position number 6 in car number 6, that's Casey Wiggins, to make up the final 6 starters in heat race number 1. Again, 3 heat races on the program for tonight. Looking forward to seeing what these drivers can do around the virtual Eldora Speedway. We know it generally gets up onto the wall, and it won't take too long for the racetrack to move all the way up to the cushion. But again, we've got 3 heat races on the programs, and most importantly, some preliminary mains, and then of course the main event. And as everybody starts to have their eyes set on the championship standings, we'll try and get the championship standings for the 410 sprint cars. And I do believe that after tonight, we've still got 3 weeks of competition, so still plenty of action on the docket. And if you want to watch another broadcast on UltimateDirtTV, Steve McMillian has got a call at Cedar Lake in the 410 sprint car series as we are green down into turn number 1 and 2. Let's get some car volume up, and there we go. It's going to be Cardoza. Bowers running in second, third. Now look out, here comes Braden Miller looking for the slider line now on the 10 of Coulter West. Now to the inside goes Miller again. West, where will he go? Gets on the minus just a little bit. Now looks back to the inside. No, Miller going to shut the door down into turn number 3. Completing lap number 2, Landon Cardoza, your race leader. Second goes to Sean Bowers. Third is Miller. West in 4th, Brink in 5th, and Wiggins in position at number 6 as Bowers tries the middle of the speedway. Little slider line coming out there from Landon Cardoza at the moment. He's got a bit of a stranglehold on this field here at Eldora. Round number 10 of the Stars of Tomorrow 410 Wing Sprint Car Series 1, 2, 3, and 4 on screen from left to right. Now right to left goes Landon Cardoza in the 14. Bowers running in second. Miller still holds on to the third and final transfer position. Meanwhile, Blaine Brink closes in on his teammate Coulter West, but West just drives away from him there on the exit of turn number 2 as we head off into the final set of turns. Cross flag sticks around. 5 down and 5 to run here in the opening heat of 3 here at Eldora Speedway. Coulter West now just sitting on the outside looking in. Will have to start on pole of the first B main of the night should he finish in position number 4. And should we have the B main later on tonight, we'll have to wait and see what happens after heat race number 3. It's still Landon Cardoza, and Cardoza He showed some good speed this season in the Stars of Tomorrow, the 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. There's still Cardoza, Bowers and Miller running 1, 2 and 3 west. At the moment, everybody looks like they've got the same sort of speed around this big half a mile of a racetrack, but as they continue to work the bottom side at both ends, that just means the bottom side is going to get wore out just a little bit quicker. Then we'll start to see the drivers in the next and the following heat races to move up the racetrack and find themselves getting ever so closer to the outside wall here at Eldora. White flag is out, 1 to run for Landon Cardoza. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, Landon Cardoza with the win. Second will go to Sean Bowers. Third up the line is going to be Braden Miller. Coulter West rounds out your 4th driver. Blaine Brick comes in a top 5 finishing position with Casey Wiggins in position number 6. Bit of uneventful one, but nonetheless, we see 9/10 of a second separate your top 4. And in fact, it was Braden Miller who actually lost the spot there to Coulter West there on the final lap. So I apologize, I actually missed that one. I was actually looking at the timing and scoring screen. Landon Cardoza wins. Sean Bowers 2nd. Coulter West in 3rd. Miller 4th. Brink 5th. And Wiggins in position number 6. Heat race number 2 on the program. Jason Randolph driving the Fern Motorsports Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 47 starts on pole position. Colby Araki for FSI Motorsports will start to the outside of row number 1 out of position number 2. Austin Stern in the LGR Motorsports 75 machine. He'll start position number 3. Austin Davis for Headhunter Motorsports in the 187 will start position number 4. The Radical Sim Racing car number 19 entry of Eddie Hartley position number 5. And Andrew Hauser driving car number 13 will start position number 6. Those 6 drivers, your cars and stars for heat race number 2. One more heat race after this one. Colby Araki got a new paint scheme on that number 30 machine and a good looking hot rod at that too, I might say. Get a close up of that one. That is a good looking race car. We'll see if we can put that good looking race car up the front. Speaking of up front we go into turn number 1. And the green flag is out there for Jason Randolph. Davis to the outside there at Austin Stern. Austin Davis in the 187 machine. Now coming after Colby Araki for position number 2 and 3. Randolph, Araki and Davis. Davis slowly line down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Austin Stern. Stern jabbed the brakes and thought about trying to turn it back down the bottom side of the racetrack. And here comes Eddie Hartley and Andrew Hauser. Hartley and Hauser, they were battling side by side into turn number 3. Nearly 3 wide. Hauser to the inside there on Hartley. Hartley holds on to position number 5. It's all about being in the top 3 at the moment. Right now, Jason Randolph, Colby Araki, Austin Davis, 1, 2, and 3. Austin Stern on the outside looking in. And here comes Stern getting a run right through the middle of the racetrack. That's the line to have right now. Davis, he goes the slider line. Stern, will he cut from the top to the bottom? No, he's going to stay right in. He's going to try and get the right rear, right in the looser dirt. Right through the middle, 1 and 2. Now here comes a move to the inside. Slide job there by Davis and Stern. Give it to Stern. Oh, look out. Stern into the wall and upside down. We stay yellow. They got past all the cars. So Austin Stern going to go back to pit road. Eddie Hartley now meanwhile has moved into position number 3. We just forward on one of the start finish line. Jason Randolph. He is absolutely obliterating this field in the dust right now. It is kicking up a storm here at Eldora. 3 to run for Jason Randolph in the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. Fern Motorsports, a 47 machine. Hauser with a slide job there on Davis. Davis, can he cut back to his inside? He certainly does. Davis has turned to throw the slide job back into turn number 3 and 4. He drifts up and Hauser crosses underneath in a good battle right now for positions number 4 and 5. And Eddie Hartley says, righto boys, while you throw sliders, I'm going to drive away. I'm going to drive off into the main event for tonight. I'm going to have a better starting position. The white flag is out, 1 to run here for Jason Randolph. Back straight away for the final time into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Your win goes to the 47 of Jason Randolph. Colby Araki home in 2nd. Hartley 3rd. Andrew Hauser 4th. And Austin Davis, he's going to limp across the line in position number 5. Heat number 2 is completed. Randolph, Iraqi, Hartley, your top 3. Hauser, Davis, and Stern all find themselves what should be locked in a B main or locked deep in the field for tonight's main event. Your third and final heat race of the night. 5 cars already making their way onto the racetrack, and we've got a couple of Firm Motorsports drivers. They take up the front row. Josh Van Manen will start from the pole will start from the pole position, driving the number 5 machine. His teammate driving the 2M, Jamie McCarron, starts out of the outside of the front row position at number 2. Team Outlaw Motorsports and Rocket Racing setups number 97 entry of Tyler Schultz will start position number 3. Jared Kuno driving the 022 lines up at a position number 4. And rolling off from your 5th and final starting position for Team Outlaw Motorsports, it's the 32B. They call in the boss of Team Outlaw. It is BJ Duval out of position number 5. Again, those are your cars and stars. Heat number 3, the final heat race of the night before what could be a preliminary main or mains, followed by your main event. Again, a big thank you to all the sponsors with the stars of tomorrow. Big thank you to, of course, Brandon Morgan, Race Control here tonight. We certainly look forward to each and every Tuesday night here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Van Manen jumps on the gas very early on. Tyler Schultz now sneaks up on the inside there of McCarron, but McCarron works to the outside. Here comes Kuno to the outside on Schultz. They'll drag race down into turn number 3. Schultz slides up. He'll take the line away. Kuno back to the inside. Good battle for positions 3, 4, and now 5. Kuno drifts up. Here comes Schultz back to the inside. Duval watching this happen in front of him. Kuno gets a little loose here on the exit of turn number 2, and Duval now looks to work to the bottom side. Down into turns 3 and 4, looking for position 4. Trying to get a better starting spot in tonight's main event or a B main. But right now it's Van Manen and McCarron, 1 and 2 for the Firm Motorsports. 3 and 4 happen to be Team Outlaw Motorsports drivers of Schultz and Duval and Jared Kuno. What a good battle for 3, 4, and 5 is happening right now. Kuno to the inside and Duval, little contact. Duval into the creek. Meanwhile, slide job for the race lead, McCarron. Van Manen now to the inside, give it to J-Mac of McCarron. Completion of lap number 4. We're 2 by 2 down into turn 1 and 2. Look out, Schultz tags the back of McCarron. And Schultz, he loses position 3. Kuno now. So it's Triple J out in front. Josh, Jamie, and Jared. Van Manen still continues to lead at halfway stage. 5 down and 5 to run. Will complete lap number 6 this time by Van Manen. McCarron, can he close in right now on Josh Van Manen in the 5 entry? Again, the teammates. Apex Auto Glass and Tinting driving that ABR. Set up shop. Number 5 in the 2M. 3 to run. Jared Kuno driving the 22. Jared Kuno's got a good looking hot rod, I must say, as well. He's got it nice, clean, and simple. 2 to run for the 5 at Van Manen. Schultz in 4th. Duval back to the pits. He'll get that car ready for the next part of the night. This track is hopefully going to get slickened off, and look at them already working very, very close to the outside wall. White flag is out, 1 to run. 3 and 4 for the final time. It's going to be Josh Van Manen who gets the win. Jamie McCarron home in 2nd. 3rd at the line is going to be Jared Kuno. Tyler Schultz home in 4th. And BJ Duval going to come home in your 5th position on the racetrack. Just the one B main scheduled on the program for tonight. Let's bring up heat race number 3 results for you. We're looking at 8 cars. Probably 12 laps to distance. There is Van Manen, McCarron, Kuno, Schultz, and Duval, your top 5. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 12 laps will be the distance, and the top 8 will go through. And again, all cars. So that is all cars going to transfer to your A. All about racing for starting positions. Driving off from the pole position, driving car number 8, that'll be Braden Miller to his outside. In car number 13, Andrew Hauser will start position at number 2. Position number 3, driving the Team Outlaw Motorsports Caliber 97 machine, the Rocket Racing setup entry, that is Tyler Schultz. And to his outside, driving the LGR Motorsports Caliber 21 out of position number 4, that is Blaine Brink. Out of position number 5, driving the Headhunter Motorsports Caliber 187, that is Austin Davis. And to his outside, driving the Team Outlaw Motorsports Caliber 32B, that is the boss of BJ Duval, position number 6. And your fourth and final row will line up like this. To the inside of row 4, out of position number 7, driving car number 6, that's Casey Wiggins. And lining up to the outside of the 4th row, driving car number 75 for LGR Motorsports, that is Austin Stern. All right, set for a start this time by Miller, driving the 2 machine. Been scored as the 8 on the timing and scoring screen. Andrew Hauser on the outside of the front row. 12 laps will be the distance. And the green flag is out. We're underway. The main number, or the only B made of the night. Schultz slides up. Andrew Hauser got a horrible run. Here comes Blaine Brink. Now to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. Look at Austin Davis trying to make a move there on Tyler Schultz. Oh, look out, Blaine Brink. All sorts of crossed up. Here we go. Good crossover. Splits the gap right now as Tyler Schultz gets in the slick just a little bit. And look out, got caught up there with Austin Stern. In fact, it might have been Austin Davis, sorry, in the 187 machine. Meanwhile, challenge coming out for the race lead. Blaine Brink trying to move there on Braden Miller. Probably top 1 and 2 right now. Bottom 3 and 4. There goes Brink. Davis again closing in. Slider line coming out there from the 21 of Blaine Brink. Davis works above the slick part of the racetrack at both ends. He'll go to the top, down into turn number 3 and 4. You're listening right now, top 1 and 2, bottom slider line 3 and 4, just like Blaine Brink has worked there through the top of 1 and 2. Here he comes, closing in on your race leader, Braden Miller, who works to the bottom side, down through 3 and 4. 5 intervals to 7 remaining. Probably not an ideal line right now for Braden Miller, because here comes Blaine Brink. Brink is closing in, and he's doing it by running the creek right up in the fluffy stuff at both ends. And now here he comes at 21. Works to the outside. He should have the lead by the back stretch, and he does so. And now he'll rocket into the race lead. Miller once again continuing to work to the bottom side of the speedway. So it is all Blaine Brink at the moment. Braden Miller and Austin Davis running 1, 2 and 3. Austin Stern now trying to close in the gap. He's got 4/10 of a second to the car in front, the 187 machine of Austin Davis. Again, Davis works the low side down through 3 and 4. He'll go to the middle. Miller works down low. So you see 2 positions, 2, 3 and 4 running different lines at both ends. Look at Davis. He drifts up. Stern now to the inside. He's got to try and split the gap. He does so. Slide line. Look out, Braden Miller. Did he just tag the inside wall? And Austin Stern says, thank you very much. He's rocking into position number 2. And speaking of 2, there's only 2 laps remaining for the 21. Make that 1 to go. This time by for Blaine Brink. It is all happening here at Eldora. Back straight away for the final time, down into turn number 3. He's going to come close to putting Casey Wiggins a lap down. Wiggins just going to hold on to staying on the lead. Blaine Brink gets the win. Second will go to Austin Stern. Austin Davis in third. Andrew Hauser fourth. Braden Miller rounds out to top 5. BJ Duval in 6th. Casey Wiggins 7th. And Tyler Schultz having to do it the hard way. A 5-minute warm-up session. The drivers have got a fresh racetrack, and let's take a look at your 8 starters and 8 finishers that will transfer to the back of your main event. Blaine Brink in the 21 gets the job done. Austin Stern in 2nd. Austin Davis 3rd. Andrew Hauser in 4th. 5th, there's going to be Braden Miller, BJ Duval in 6th. 7th will be Casey Wiggins. And Tyler Schultz in position number 8. That being said, our main event is up on the other side of this, so what we're going to do, we're going to take this opportunity right now. Step aside, pay a couple of bills and come back in just a few moments time. You're watching the Stars of Tomorrow 410 Winged Sprint Car Series live from the virtual Eldora Speedway in virtual Rossburg, Ohio. Right here on UltimateDirtTV across Facebook and YouTube. We'll take a quick break. Up next, Ryan May. Alright, we are back here on UltimateDirtTV, ladies and gentlemen. Coverage of the Stars of Tomorrow, the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series live from Eldora Speedway. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid, starting from the back, your 17 cars and stars. Tyler Schultz will start from position number 17. Position number 16 is going to be the 6 of Casey Wiggins. Position number 15, driving the 32B entry, that is BJ Duval. Row number 7 to the outside in car number 2, position number 14 of Braden Miller. And Andrew Hauser driving car 13 out of position number 13. Position number 12 for Headhunter Motorsports, it's the 187 of Austin Davis to the inside, driving the 75 entry of Austin Stern. He lines up out of position number 11. We work to your first 5 rows. To the outside of row 5, position number 10 for LGR Motorsports, driving the 21, that is Blaine Brink, and Jared Kuno driving the 022. He lines up out of position number 9. Position number 8 on the outside of row number 4 in the Radical Sim Racing car number 19 entry, that is Eddie Hartley into the inside, driving the 10C, that is Coulter West out of position number 7. Jamie McCarran in the Firm Motorsports 2M will start position number 6, and Colby Araki for FSI Motorsports starts position number 5. Sean Bowers in the 03 will start position number 4. Josh Van Manen lines up at a position at number 3. In your front row in the main event, out of position number 2 for the Firm Motorsports, it's the 47 of Jason Randolph. And to the front row to the pole position in the car number 14 entry for Stand United Racing, Landon Cardoza, ladies and gentlemen, will start from position number 1. It's time we let these drivers loose in your main event. Coming into tonight, Landon Cardoza and Jason Randolph sit 1 and 2 in the point standings. You'll see if they can continue to lead this championship coming into the final 3 weeks. But it's time to get dirty for 30 here at Eldora Speedway, and we are green. Hartley now making a move there on McCarran. McCarran to the outside. Look at Kuno, works to the inside. He'll make it 3 deep and sell it cheap. And now look at Blaine Brink as well. Blink Working to the inside on Eddie Hartley. 2 by 2 by 2 now. Most of the drivers trying to spread themselves apart. Cardoza continues to lead this one. 2 down and 28 to run. The 47 of Randolph runs in second. Van Martin third. Look at Colby Iraqi now drifting up top, and we go yellow. First time tonight in the main event. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. The 2M of Jamie McCarran, the driver that had some issues here in turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Jared Kuno just drifted up the racetrack and a good old right rear straight into the 2M there of Jamie McCarran. Unfortunately, McCarran, well, he's going to have to do it the hard way and come from the back of the field. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that car do exactly what it's going to do now. Pull into pit road, get some quick running repairs on that number 2 machine for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting in the Fur Motorsports entry. And then he'll actually be able to come back out onto the racetrack. So just take a look. They get some quick running repairs done. Looks like he just moved too far forward. So there we go. There he goes off into the sunset. Well, not the sunset now because it's already night time. So caution flag number 1 in tonight's main event. Landon Cardoza restarts from the pole position. To his outside, the 47 entry, that's Jason Randolph. Position number 2. Position number 3, driving the 5 entry of Josh Van Marnen. And position number 4, driving the 03 entry, that is Sean Bauer. So there's your first 2 rows here on the restart. We are green. Oh no, Jason Randolph and Josh Van Marnen. Oh boy, big trouble for the 2 drivers that were running second and third. And a big incident involving one of the drivers that is here for a championship. They can just cut down the racetrack. Probably no need to do that, but when you're in the heat of the moment, you think you've got to do what you think is going to be the right decision. Van Marnen caught him not once, but twice. And goes around the 47, and he gets hit by Kuno. Duval does very well to miss him, and meanwhile you see Randolph and Van Marnen. Cars still locked together. There's some sparklers and snakes for Sean Neistat and Jerry Vansicle. The car bounces back on all fours. James McCarran, but unfortunately Jason Randolph's car does not get back on all fours. So it's like virtual towing. With that car requires a virtual tow. That's going to take at least a minute 45 to get back off the tow. And there we are. A very quick back-to-back caution. Lights are out and we go back to a single file restart situation. So Landon Cardoza, Josh Van Marnen got some front end damage on the nose ring and also the front nerf bar. I don't think that will affect that race car. I don't think it got anywhere near the engine. Of course, just the front end of the 5. We'll see what happens here. The green flag is out. We start lap number 5. So 4 complete, 26 to run. Cardoza, Van Marnen. Now look at Coulter West now try to drift up the racetrack. There goes Blaine Brink. Brink slides up in front of Coulter West. And Bowers holds on to position number 3. Look at that side by side between Brink and West. Give the advantage to Blaine Brink. Meanwhile, Bowers coming after Josh Van Marnen down on the exit of turn number 4. We work on completing lap number 6. What a race right now. Bowers moves into position number 2. Van Marnen slips back to the 3rd spot on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Blaine Brink Gets by Court the West. Colby Araki, Eddie Hartley, they'll go side by side. But here comes Court the West now. To the inside, Court the West, just as we're working on completing lap number 8. We come back to the yellow flag conditions. Casey Wiggins in the 6th machine. The driver that is around and facing some dramas there. Turn number 3. Well, just trying to do the right thing and go back to pit road, so this took a little longer than usual to get off the racing surface, but nonetheless, Casey Wiggins is going to bring out our 3rd caution of the evening, I guess. At bit of saving grace right now, because you see the 47 machine. Jason Randolph, he's back out onto the speedway, and he is being given a couple of waiver rounds just to make sure that he's hopefully going to catch up to the tail end of the field and be on the same lap as everybody else in this main event. So there go the lights out around the venue. The amber lights, that is what we're referring to. The lights go out on the iRacing.com pace truck, and we are set for a restart once again. So Bowers is pretty quick over the last couple of laps. He got around Van Manen, and now sets his sights on the 14 entry of Landon Cardoza. Speaking of Cardoza, he picks up the throttle and says, "Right, boys, catch me if you can. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drive away from yous." We complete to lap number 8, 22 remaining. Bowers now getting a run. Meanwhile, Blaine Brink has moved into position number 3. Van Manen in 4th. Eddie Hartley runs out to top 5 and Court the West as well. He's just slipped back to position number 6. But now here comes Court the West. Eddie Hartley there as well, trying to throw his hat into the mix. Hartley to the inside there on West. The right side, romance applied at 11. Being shown to the number 10 machine, courtesy of the 19. Hartley into the creek, and we are yellow. Braden Miller just caught the inside wall, and he just fed up. He just pushed up and fed Eddie Hartley in the 19. A big fat right rear Hoosier here at Eldora Speedway. And yellow flag. Once again, I'm sure who's loving these yellow flags is probably the man that sits out in front at the moment, as we are 1/3 of the race distance completed. So we still wait for the lights to turn off around the venue and on the iRacing.com page truck. Of course, a big thank you to, of course, iRacing. We couldn't do this without them, because without them giving us the place for these drivers to showcase what they can do in the virtual world, and without us having all you wonderful fans of being able to showcase what we can do on the mic and down in the production truck, we thank you so very much for spending part of not only your Tuesday nights, but any time that you join us here on UltimateDirtTV. It is a privilege to have you guys along for the ride. Don't forget, we've also got a giveaway for your chance to win some cold hard cash in your back pocket. All you've got to do is just be a supporter of the channel, and that supporter only costs $4.99 a month. At the end of the month, we'll do a draw to give away either $50 or $100, depending on how many supporters we have. At the moment, the pool is sitting at $50. So I'll let you do the math. We've got 6 supporters at $5. That's only $30 we're being given. And we're still putting our hand in our pocket and giving back to you wonderful fans. Once we hit about 15 followers, 15 supporters, then we're going to bump it up to a $100 giveaway. As we work on lap number 12 is being complete. Lap number 13, everybody just starting to spread themselves out into a single file formation. Braden Miller pulls that number 2 machine back to the infield. Back to the pits. Here comes Bowers closing in on Cardoza. Cardoza rails the cushion through 1 and 2. And now drives away from Sean Bowers. Austin Davis running in the final position on the podium right now. Here comes Blaine Brink as well. Blaine Brink. Man, how about Austin Davis? He started position number 12 and he is up to position 3, advancing in up 9 positions. Blaine Brink has somewhat followed him as well from 10th up to position number 4. He's picked up 6 plus now, looking to make it 7. Brink on the inside, tried to throw a slider there on Davis. And BJ Duval as well. He's up 6 positions from 15 to 9. And Tyler Schultz is now working 3 and 4 spots up from his original starting positions. And we are yellow. And I believe that could be the 97 entry of Tyler Schultz. It's got some dramas. The Team Outlaw Motorsports number 97 in the Rocket Racing setups. UltimateDirtTV Team Outlaw Motorsports entry. He's got his boss racer with him. His boss, BJ Duval, who sits inside the top 10. As we are now past half race distance, but more than likely once the lights go out next time by, we probably should see, yes, there we go. I was just about to say we should see it click back to lap number 16 of 30. So as it stands, officially right at the halfway stage with 15 completed. And our 16th lap will be completed once we go back to green next time by. And we'll start our 17th lap. All right, working back to the green flag this time by. Under the iRacing flag, we get set to wave it. Oh no, Bowers. Wow, Bowers and Davis, they done a hell of a job to keep those cars pointed in the right direction. Van Martin moves to position number 2. And look at Duval now, up inside the top 5. He goes through the middle. Look at Jason Randolph as well, working to the inside. They were 3 wide on the exit of turn number 4. We go yellow. Sean Bowers goes into the pits along with the 97 of Tyler Schultz. We'll see if Bowers is going to get some quick running repairs on the 03. He does. We'll see if Tyler Schultz does that. I think he may have already just done that just then. So Tyler Schultz as well brings the 97 back onto the racetrack, and still 15 cars circulating. Eddie Hartley, unfortunately, along with Braden Miller, they have found themselves already out of the event. So how about that last restart? Bowers and Davis, they locked horns on the exit of turn number 4. And it was, it could have been all she wrote, and it could have been just absolute calamity. But everybody was paying attention to their surroundings of not only their race car, but also the cars around them. They did a hell of a job in keeping all those cars going. Now with the restart, it looks like this. Single file restarts. Cardoza, Davis, and Van Marnen, your top 3. You go back to Brink, Randolph sitting in 5th, Duval 6th, McCarran 7th, Kuno 8th, Araki and West round out your top 10. What's going to happen? Final 13 laps is about to be upon us. And let's see what happens with Landon Cardoza. We know he wants to go to the front. He's already at the front. He wants to go to victory lane here in Eldora. We are green. Oh no, Van Martin and Brink. Now Davis. Sorry, not Davis, Randolph and Duval. Randolph slider line down in the turn number 3. And yellow. And that may just be a saving grace for Josh Van Martin, because if he is not involved in the accident, he's going back to pit road. So he is going to get some repairs. He actually could have gone back up through the field had he had we gone back to the last completed lap. Alright, lights to go out. We're just trying to get to the end of your main event here. Cardoza, Austin Davis, who is now up 10 positions. Randolph in third, who's again had to fight from the back and climb his way forward. Duval in fourth, up 11 spots. At the moment, officially your hard charger, should things finish this way. That may just change. The green flag is out once again. We are back underway in your 30-lap journey. Cardoza looking to complete lap number 19. Austin Davis trying to defend off the challenge here from Jason Randolph. Randolph through the middle, now cuts it down to the bottom. And again, for our fourth lap in a row, we've gone yellow, 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 yellow. It's about time these boys started to clean it up. I know things are getting desperate late in the race. It's all about give and take, gentlemen. It's all about that respect on the racetrack. Everybody knows that things are bound to happen. It's a part of racing, but if you don't show some respect, you're not going to get any. And this is what happens when you go 4 yellows back to back to back to back. Track slickens up, throttle control becomes a real big factor. People think, well, I'm just going to hold it flat stick. This ain't no late model. Speaking of fended body race cars, how good are the UMP modifieds in the big blocks? They're very close to becoming one of my favourite cars on the service. Lights go out on the pace truck and around the venue, the amber lights that is once again. These guys are hitting each other in the back. It's not hard to hold a steady pace. What are we going to do with these guys? What are we going to do? Oh, I got an idea. Let's wave the green flag, because that's what's going to happen with 11 remaining. Let's see if we can break the vicious cycle over the last 5 laps. Let's see if we can get more than a lap in. Gentlemen, shall we? Lennon Cardoza just wants to get this one over and done with, as he wants to take a trip to Eldora victory lane. He rides the top side, as does Austin Davis, and we didn't even get half a lap in. I'm going to play a commercial. And ready to rumble once again. 10 to go, 2/3 of your race is complete. And it's going to be Landon Cardoza, Austin Davis once again leading us off into the first 2 turns here at Eldora Speedway, down the back straightaway. Randolph and Duval running in 3rd and 4th. Randolph goes to the bottom side now, down through 3 and 4. We complete the lap, and Jason Randolph going to go from position number 3 to position number 1. Slide job for the race lead. Cardoza back to the inside. What a race you've got up front. Duval now gets into the back there of Austin Davis for the final spot on the podium. And now he is working that thing to the top side. Slider by Randolph. What a battle for 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4. This may just be a 3-car battle for the race lead because Duval is catching Cardoza and Jason Randolph. Man, oh man, every inch of the racetrack being used here at Eldora by these 2 and 3 cars. Cardoza back to the race lead down into 3. Oh, Duval into the wall. Look out, he gets it back going once again. 6 to run. Things are starting to heat up in the business end of the main event. Here comes Randolph inside, slide job into 3 and 4. He was committed to making that thing stick down into 3. Cardoza returns the favour into 1 and Randolph will get clear of him. And Jason Randolph says, thank you very much, Landon Cardoza. I want the win, but Cardoza fights back up on the inside. Another slide job coming from Cardoza and Randolph first and second. What an absolute bell ringer of a race. Cardoza to the inside once again. They'll make contact. Look out, they're both going to spin. Duval should go to the race lead. Contra West, I think that is. Upside down in a big way. Landon Cardoza stuck on his lid. And wow-ee. Oh my giddy aunt. Can you believe it? Randolph and Cardoza. They come together. And if Jason Randolph gets an EOL, that just looked like a pure and simple racing incident. But Randolph holds the lead for the moment. Gee whiz. So they'll catch the pace car. And with just 3 laps left to run, it might even be a green-white checker. It should be a green-white checker. We should go back to lap 28 to start lap 29. He's close. Duval. How about Austin Davis? Those drivers. Duval's passed 13 cars. Davis has passed 9 cars. So although most of them have been the same cars, you think about it, there's 22 cars being passed just by those 2 drivers sitting inside the top 3. And how about the cars Jason Randolph has passed as well? Don't forget, he was involved in an earlier accident where he actually went to the back of the field. He had to get waved around a couple of times just due to having to call on the virtual tow. He's had to come back through the field. So if you take that back to at least 15th position, he's passed another 14 cars. So between our top 3, they've passed about 35, 36 drivers. Let's find out what happened, shall we? A green-white checker to finish us off. And well, I got to say, those last 6 or 7 laps certainly made up for what we've seen in the midway point of this main event. Pace truck is in. Randolph is going to lead us, and he got an absolute monster of a restart over Duval. Now in second. Bowers slides up in front of Davis. Bowers going to take away position number 3. Davis back to the inside with a big slide job into 3 and 4. He'll take back the final spot on the podium, but no one can be matched. Duval around the outside on Bowers. Back straightaway, final time, ladies and gentlemen. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4, from the front to the back to the front, and Jason Randolph will win tonight's main event. Oh boy, what a way to finish us off here at Eldora. What a great race in the end. Those last 8 or 9 laps were superb. Let's take a look at your finishing results. Jason Randolph, your winner. BJ Duval, yeah, take a look at that one. In second spot, Sean Bowers in third. Austin Stern in fourth, and Austin Davis going to round out your top 5. Colby Araki in 6th, Josh Van Marnen in 7th, Andrew Hauser in 8th, 9th goes to Contra West, Landon Cardoza. First car to finish back on pit road in position number 10. 11th was Tyler Schultz, Blaine Brink in 12th, Jared Kuno in 13, Jamie McCarron 14, Casey Wiggins in 15th, Braden Miller 16th, and Eddie Hartley in position number 17. We're not going to waste any time. We'll go from the back to the front. We'll bring in the driver that comes home in third place here tonight. It's Sean Bowers. Sean, congratulations on the third place run here tonight. And, well, that looked like a little bit of a difficult racetrack out there for you. How was that there tonight?
Yeah, I was definitely did not expect that type of racetrack tonight. I thought it would get a little bit slicker there, but we made do with what we had. A lot of questionable driving there during that race. There was a lot of aggressive driving, I should say. But we came home with a podium, so we can't argue.
Oh, how tough was it, to try and pass those cars? You start on the outside of the second row. You're forward, you're backwards. Track obviously, started quite fresh than what it was at the end of the race. How did you make those adjustments throughout the race?
After I kind of made a bobble there on that restart, starting in the back, just kind of bobbing and weaving and getting hit all along the way, right up to the podium.
All right, well, no doubt you've got a lot of good sponsors on this race car, a lot of good people behind the scenes, Chairman. Who gets this done for you? Who makes it all happen?
All the guys over at the Fur Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, ABR Setup Shop, Butt Kicker, Mazin's Transport, 2-1 Designs, Fine Line Designs, Justin Sick Photography, and Siebers Race Media. All
right, Sean Bowers in third spot. We'll chat to the driver that's officially hard charger here tonight. No doubt he would have had some sort of rocket underneath that car, the 32, the boss. Well, buddy, things are changing. Normally you're in the producer's chair, but now you come home second. BJ Duval, man, what a race.
No kidding, and I'm even more shocked that it's in an open wheel car. Just I'm blown away at the finish that I was able to pull off there.
We've done some racing over the past couple of weeks, whether it's asphalt, whether it's dirt, late models, modifieds, now sprint cars. What's been the biggest improvement that you've seen over the past couple of weeks?
Biggest improvement that I've seen over the last couple of weeks, in myself at least, is I've been a lot calmer behind the wheel. There towards the end of that race, not so much so, but I've been a lot calmer behind the wheel, and it's done a lot for me. I quit caring so much about how good I did or did not finish, and just kind of trying to keep an even keel and just work my way through. If I get a spot for a pass, I take it. If I don't push the issue.
Well, between yourself, Jason, and Austin Davis, and now Austin Stern, looking at it, and Sean Bowers, you guys, although they were probably most of them the same cars, you guys passed about 50 or 60 cars. That just goes to say something about the racetrack. And those last 10 laps, they were pretty phenomenal. Watching the likes of Jason Randolph and Landon Cardoza, you had the best seat in the house for that one.
Oh, absolutely. I was watching it, and I'm watching a battle, just praying to myself that they keep battling, because they're slowly gaining on them. And then the caution came out, and not gonna lie, there was a little bit in the back of my mind thinking, man, I hope that's on Jason, because that'll gift me the first position. But at the same time, I'm glad it wasn't, because I was glad to see Jason go out there and win it.
All right, well, we know there's a lot of sponsors on this race car. We know there's a lot of people behind the scenes making all this possible for you, BJ. Who gets this done for you, mate?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I want to thank you over at UltimateDirtTV and all that you guys do over there, and you for all the help from Rocket Racing setups. You've helped me out a lot and helped me get to where I'm at. It was indeed a rocket setup that I was running and pushing my way through, so greatly appreciative there. And I want to thank everybody over at Team Outlaw Motorsports. Tyler Schultz, he's in my ear the whole race. Just kind of give me updates on what's happening back of the field. And I want to thank Jason and Cardoza and Bowers for racing me clean and having a lot of fun out there, and thank the league for all the work that they do there. Thank World of Thunder, LSR TV, Ultimate Dirt TV, Brent Spates, everybody that puts a hand on this car.
Oh, you forgot the Outlaw Boss School of Dirt, mate.
Oh yeah, Outlaw Boss School of Dirt. If anybody's interested in a little bit of help with iRacing, just getting started, or just wants a little bit of help moving forward, feel free to message Team Outlaw Motorsports on Facebook, and we'll get you hooked up.
All right, there we go. Second place, BJ Duval, but your winner here tonight, and well, he got to the front once, and they say lightning strikes. Or they say lightning doesn't strike twice, but I think that's incorrect. Jason, involved in an incident earlier on where you're sort of battling towards the front of the field, and you're having to get a couple of wave rounds probably about lap 10 or so, and you come back through the field and what felt like about 15 laps. I mean, talk us through that one, how you're able to get the win here tonight.
Pretty surprised and excited about that. I thought the night was over there. Kind of went to the bottom on a restart and caught a teammate's nose and took it to the wall and trashed the car there. But I was able to get the wave rounds and kind of just reset the night and able to work up and get towards the front and able to make some moves there.
How much does that make you get up on the wall? How much does that affect the mindset when you wreck early on and know that you have to go to the back of the field and take away your amount of opportunities to get back to the front?
It's definitely an emotional ride. Once I crashed out, I'm like, well, that's probably the end. I was thinking about exiting the race server, and I thought, I'll stick around. You never know. And another caution came out, so I was able to go out and get them waves rounds, and just kind of wasn't too excited then, and I was, moving up, and I thought, well, it might be a good night after all.
All right, let's talk about that moment between yourself and Landon. Are you guys coming together? Just it did look like a racing incident. It looked like you actually you missed the bottom there on the exit of turn 4. Talk us through on what you sort of seen from the cockpit of the 47 machine.
Yeah, the mindset there was I was kind of running the slider line a little bit back and forth with Landon, and when I was coming to exit out of 4 down low, I felt a lot more grip and speed there, and I tried to hit that bottom, and I was a little bit off of it, and I don't know if he was expecting me to slide all the way up to the top, and that's what got him into me or not, but we definitely had some contact there, and then I heard that he ended up on his lid, so that sucks for him. Sorry about that. Not the way you want to race each other, but before that, we were having a good battle.
Yeah, you certainly guys put on one hell of a show in those last sort of 6 or 7 laps before that last caution came out. But Jason, well done on coming back to victory lane here at Eldora. No doubt you've got a lot of great people behind the scenes, a lot of great sponsors as well. We'll let you thank those people before we let you head off out of here.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast tonight, and all the racers for coming out and putting on the show. I'd like to thank the Fern Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop, Apex Auto Glass and Tinning, Butt Kicker, Madden's Transport, 21 Designs, Fine Line Designs, Justin Sick Photography, and Seavers Race Media.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Randolph, your winner here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. And well, that midway point of the race certainly took away from what was an exciting finish. And man, I'll tell you what, that just made it a hell of a lot more entertaining here to see Jason Randolph, Landon Cardozo. In fact, there's the incident there on the front straightaway. Let's rewind this, because this was the moment in what effectively not so much gave a win, but just looked like he missed the bottom here. And you see Cardozo just stick the bottom, just come up in him. Randolph was just sort of holding his line. And you could say that, yeah, the hashtag strong as a Mac was certainly on board that number 47 machine. And he done well to keep that car going not once, but twice. And unfortunately, the end result for Landon Cardozo was that he was, stopped. Coulter West just absolutely obliterated him. And that was the final caution of the massive sparklers and snakes for Jerry Vansickle and Sean Neistat. But well done to Jason Randolph, BJ Duval, and Sean Bowers on their podium finishes here tonight. And again, a big thank you to, of course, the stars of tomorrow, the admin team behind the scenes and getting it all done behind the scenes and making this all possible. I think we've got 3 weeks left, weeks 11, 12, and 13 to come. So every Tuesday night from... what time did we go live? Went live an hour ago. 9:30 Eastern. Sorry. I was working my time zones out. I've had to change time zones as well, apparently. But until next time, tomorrow. The B-Fins 360 winged sprint cars in action. Just the one broadcast tomorrow. BJ Duval will be producing that one. I'm not sure whether we've got Don Foster, Trevor Frank, or anybody else on the call for that one. We'll certainly have all the action covered, hopefully. And, of course, Thursday night will be the 360s, the National Sim Racing Series, followed by the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 winged sprint cars as well. Big thank you to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, Heatwave Designs, and FEGPC. Until next time, on behalf of the entire team here at UltimateDirtTV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell. Good night from Eldora. Well done to Jason Randolph, your winner here tonight.